I'm a case manager at the Emmaus Family Shelter, and I work with predominantly mothers, but parents with children who have ended up homeless. And what we try to do is get them on track for finding employment, if they don't have any, and looking for apartments.
I actually came here on a road home tour. I was a student at Northern Essex, and I was interested in finding a place to do my internship. And I was blown away by the road home tour. Relief staff services the family. We ensure that the families are comfortable, that they have everything that they need, make sure that the house is running safely, and just try to make them feel welcomed.
I've been volunteering at Emmaus for 7 or 8 years, and I can't ever picture not doing it, because how many things can you do where you feel like a rock star? I walk into a room and I have kids run and jump up and hug me and say the pals are here. And I don't think there's anything in life, anything else in life that can give me that. Very basic activities you do with children. We play board games, we play tag, we play catch, we paint, we use Play-Doh. Just anything any normal kid would have fun doing is what we do.
Being in AmeriCorps Vista at Emmaus has truly been a transformative experience for me. An organization like Emmaus is so necessary to help the community, and I'm so happy to be a part of an organization like this.
I wanted to help make a change in the community, so I thought that if I found a good program that I could stick with it and help people.
It's just me and my 3 children, so I've done a lot of hopping around and just trying to find home. I ended up sleeping in my car with my kids, which was very traumatizing. Never want that to happen again.
Yeah, I think every family that comes into Emmaus comes in pretty frightened. They're coming into a shelter. They don't know what to expect. They don't know what the rooms are going to look like. They don't know what the other families are going to be like. And then they realize it's a clean, safe place. Women come from domestic violence backgrounds and have suffered greatly at the hands of a partner who had some issues, and have been able to come back and attend counseling, which is right across the street through the YWCA, get some training, and get an apartment and move out with their child. A lot of the families we have don't have the support systems that keep them out of shelters, don't have a mother, don't have parents they can go and stay with. Families are desperate. You end up in shelter, you're in pretty desperate straits.
People who are homeless can come from so many different backgrounds. People who had been dentists at one point, had been big business people, had been from so many varied backgrounds, and yet have still winded up at Emmaus. I think it has really made me realize that anyone can truly become homeless. Emmaus is really what my parents were for me, in that they provide resources for families and help provide economic opportunity, educational opportunity, and opportunities for affordable housing. And I really believe that that's Emmaus's main goal, and it's an incredible goal.
I think what surprised me that I could have been one of those people. You never know what can happen in life. We had people who were middle class and just had hard times, and they ended up at the shelter. You don't realize people can be so judgmental about the homeless, but it can happen to anyone who doesn't have a support system. And that's basically what homelessness, now I have learned, is. People without a support system other than Emmaus as being their support system. I was starting my shift one night. I got there at 6, and right as I was walking in, a taxi cab was dropping off a mother and an infant and about a 4-year-old girl with all their belongings. So they were coming into the shelter. It was very sad looking at that, seeing you have everything in plastic bags and you're being dropped off at a strange place by a taxi cab.
People don't realize it can happen to anybody. Years ago when I had, an apartment and I had a job and I had their father with me, I never imagined that this would happen. I never imagined that I'd sleep in my car. I never imagined that I wouldn't know where I was going to be the next day, or that I'd be bouncing around for so long. There have been many times that I've cried myself to sleep and, wondered what I was going to be doing the next day or how I was going to get by. Right before I came here, I was at rock bottom. I felt like that nothing else can go wrong, And I felt like the whole world was on my shoulders and that I was just never gonna get out of it. And they're great kids, you know, very respectful. They've been through a lot, and you know, just like from everything that we've been through, I feel like they are awesome kids. You know, I've put them through a lot, and no matter what I go through or what happens to us, they never seem to hold it against me. You know, they still want to be with me. You know, we've been bouncing around for a long time, and it's been a long time since I've had my own apartment, so I can't wait to get one. And like I felt more responsible, and I felt like, you know, like I actually belong somewhere. Sometimes I don't feel like I belong, you know, when you're homeless, it's like you're homeless. You look around and you don't feel like you belong anywhere. I just felt like I had nowhere to go, so I just sat there, and just eventually night turned into day, and we ended up being in the car, and you know, it was the worst feeling ever. And it was heartbreaking. I've never imagined what that's like, and I never want to go through that again. I never want to put my kids through that again. So I would, you know, this program being here, you know, I want to do better. I want to keep going. I want to get out of this, because I just don't want to stay like this. I want them to have more.
I tell them that this is an amazing place, and I tell them about how enthusiastic and how willing, and our major goal of every employee here is to help people experiencing the homelessness.
One of the things I've really noticed about the staff at Emmaus is how much they treat every single guest with respect. They never look down on them, and they never think, oh, that's just a homeless person, I don't care.
I've really learned the resiliency of children, and really how much they can go through and still be happy, carefree children. Some of the things that I've experienced is the older kids truly want to care for the younger kids, even if it's not their brother and sister. They all want to take care of each other. They've really created a community here at Emmaus.
But as a volunteer, I feel as though my life has also been transformed. I've been so lucky to just be a part of this community that does so much.
And Emmaus has transformed me, even though I've only been working with them for a short time. And I think it's mostly because when you put work into a community service and you help people, you yourself feel good. And I think it also empowers you to try and do more for the community and for people all around you. When you see that you've made a difference helping other people, it's humbled me in a way, and I realized that I have all these things that I just take for granted. Well, other people might not even have those things. They might not even have food that I have an abundance of and I can get whenever I want to, but some people might not be able to. I think working with Emmaus has really changed how I think about the future, because I realize that I really do like working with people, and even maybe especially kids, because kids, I never realized that kids could be so energetic.
The kids are great. They're such nice, good kids, and little acts of kindness mean so much to them. Doing something simple like playing catch, one boy told me one day, "That's the most fun I've ever had." We were throwing a ball back and forth. It shouldn't matter whether somebody's homeless, whether they're rich. People are people, and they all have the same qualities. And you find kindness anywhere, and I've seen so much kindness at the shelter.
What I want for my children is to be able to follow their dreams, do what they know they want to do, you know, and not get sideswiped by everything that goes on in life. And, you know, just want them to be able to see what we've gone through this whole time and see that they can do better than that. That they don't have to be in a shelter, that they don't have to, you know, be on the streets or take a minimum wage job, that they can, you know, strive for more, do more than what I did. I'd love to be able to finally go on a vacation with them, or, you know, enjoy some free time with them, and just be able to, you know, save up some money and be secure. I've been given this opportunity, and I don't want to blow it. I don't want to, you know, let it pass me by or take it for granted. You know, I want to do everything that I'm supposed to be doing to make sure that this doesn't happen again.